The story so far: the state's role in prevention and early intervention in Ireland. Prevention and early intervention is all about stopping risks to healthy child development before they take hold, and helping to make sure children live happy and healthy lives. It involves all of us, as parents, family members, in our communities, and in services for children and young people. Throughout our history, the state has played a leading role in prevention and early intervention, through government departments and agencies, by enacting legislation and developing policy, designing and funding services, and working in partnership with everyone involved in children's lives. Prevention and early intervention is now recognised in Ireland and around the world as essential for improving children's health, mental health, and education. We have come a long way, but we still have further to go on our journey to giving children and young people the best start in life. But how did we get to where we are? And how can we continue to improve? To plan for the future, we must look at the past. As we look back, we can see 3 different eras of prevention and early intervention in Ireland. Era 1: partnership and inclusion. It all started with a growing awareness of the rights of children. Up until the 1970s, family took centre stage in Irish life, and women didn't work much outside of the home. Then in the 70s, things began to change, with the rights of women and children becoming more important. In the 1980s, the community and voluntary sector grew and expanded its reach, and with support from the state, brought about innovation in services. Family support services emerged which aimed to relieve pressure on families. Many of these involved local people in thinking about how local needs might be addressed. The 1990s saw increased investment from philanthropy in partnership with the state to support new approaches to designing, delivering, and evaluating services. Local partnerships were established, which created the infrastructure to reform and deliver services for children and families. New legislation was enacted, such as the ratification of the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child. This paved the way for the Office of the Ombudsman for Children to be created in 2003. For years, children were to be seen and not heard. In 2000, for the first time, the National Children's Strategy consulted with nearly 2,500 children and young people. In 2005, the Office of the Minister for Children was established, and in 2011, the Department of Children and Youth Affairs was set up. There was growing interest and investment in research, and the words evidence-based policies started to be heard more and more. Era 2: spirit and science. In this period, the partnership between the state and philanthropy brought about increased investment in evidence-based programs for children and families in Ireland. Some used prevention and early intervention programs and sophisticated evaluation methods for the first time. These ideas were rooted in science, but in the Irish context, it was also about the spirit of local communities. Services around the country used the science and adapted it for their communities. Their experience and learning helped to shape and inform policy and services for children and families for the next 15 years. In 2014, the Department of Children and Youth Affairs published Better Outcomes, Brighter Futures, the first overarching national policy framework for children and young people, towards which all government departments and agencies, statutory services, and the voluntary and community sectors would work. At the same time, TUSLA, the Child and Family Agency, was set up. Since it was founded, the agency has used strong prevention and early intervention approaches in its work to support parents and their children. Era 3: sharing knowledge, transforming lives. The world is constantly changing and evolving, and the speed of technological development provides opportunities to enhance government policy and services. Recent initiatives by the Department of Children, such as What Works and First 5, are providing leadership and coordination, and showing what works in prevention. We have come a long way, but there is still much to learn. So let's embrace a spirit of curiosity when looking to the future of children's policy and services. It's all about continuing to share, question, and use all the evidence we have to provide better services and to improve children and young people's lives today, so that they may have brighter tomorrows.